Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I am playing with Mr. Brown and WizK. We're playing some God Comp, and I want to talk to you guys about why I haven't been playing as much 3v3. And when I say as much 3v3, I still play 3v3 on a daily basis usually, but I've only been playing maybe not at all one day, and then the next day maybe a couple games, and the next day maybe an hour, and the next day maybe not at all, and the next day maybe an hour or two. Whereas normally I play like 5 to 6 hours a day of 3v3 arena. And this is why. Every game we fight, I fight Resto Shaman and a Boomkin and some type of melee. So yeah, Windwalker, a Demon Hunter, Warrior, and it's not every game, I exaggerated. It's most games we play are Resto Shaman and a Boomkin, right? And the problem with this, guys, is with Earth Shield, it takes off of 4% or more of your HP, it heals you and reduces damage. With Riptide, you have a crazy hot that's healing you, and with Bear Form, you pretty much can't die. So in a lot of these games, whoever they have Earth Shield and Riptide on, and if we're ever hitting the Druid, he goes Bear Form. If we're hitting him, if I do a Ice Lance on the Druid, his health goes up. If I hit him for damage, he is going up in life. And it's pretty much a non-stop, I'm doing damage, but he is getting healed, even if his healer's NCC'd. And that's the reason why a lot of people aren't playing Arena right now. That's kind of the reason I am not playing that much 3v3 right now, is because the meta is a little bit stale. Boomkin Arsham is just super in the meta. Holy Pallies aren't great. Frost Mages actually happen to be pretty good right now. So it's not about my class not being good. I know some people in the comments might be like, Xaryu, it's because your Frost Mages suck, and you just want Frost Mages to be OP, and you're biased. Well, I probably am biased, because everyone's a little biased, but Frost Mages are good right now. There are some comps. Windwalker Mage is actually pretty decent. I would say Rogue Mage is pretty decent, maybe Mage Lock. Shaman's pretty decent. So there are comps that I can run. There are Frost Mages aren't bad. Frost Mages are actually pretty decent right now. But I'm more just talking about how the games are being played. Look at this. They are sitting back. They're never pushing into me. And not hating these guys. These guys are all my friends, so I should probably make that clear. Not hating on these guys. I'm kind of talking about why I'm not playing much Arena right now. Because it's not just these guys that are playing this way, it's any Boomkin Shaman, because this is, the way they're playing is the best way to play. So yeah, let me make that very clear. I've been friends with all three of these guys for a pretty long time, so. But anyway, so Seduce, Nuts, and Bean are the people I'm fighting, and they're kind of just playing back, very defensive, and we kind of want them to push in, but they're like, we're just going to sit back, rot you guys, kind of. We have 3 unkillable classes. You can win if you get a nice CC chain onto the Shaman, maybe a Hajj onto the Demon Hunter with a big burst, but the problem is, if he has Earthshield and Riptide, he's probably not going to go down. So then we're going to have to get Boomy to have him to swap the Earthshield and the Riptide. We hit the Boomy for a little bit, he swaps the Earthshield maybe, Boomy's still full HP. If we swap back to the Demon Hunter with some type of cross CC, that can work. Like right here, we get a Silence onto the healer, a Hajj onto the DPS, and we're actually bursting down the Demon Hunter, but he uses his immunity, and it just seems like every time we do a go that might be semi-successful, they have a cooldown available to use. So right there, he used Netherwalk, it's the Demon Hunter immunity. If we go on the Druid, he might use his 30% heal. If we go on the Resto Shaman, he's Orc Relent, so the stun's very short, and he's usually going to get people with Cyclone, or the Demon Hunter in cap, or kick, or some type of something. And then once the Earth Shield gets back onto the Shaman, then the Shaman's going to be absolutely okay. So the game is basically very difficult to gain momentum. I guess that's what I want to say. It's hard to gain momentum when the Earth Shield target, whenever you hit the Earth Shield target, he's actually getting healed. Even if the healer's in CC, if the guy has Earth Shield and Riptide, his life is going up. So that's just, I guess that's just hard. We're trying to do a setup here under the Shaman. That was actually a full Hajj into a full Silence, but look at this. My Paladin gets Cycloned, I get beamed, just not that much damage, and the Shaman only goes to about 80% life. I'm in so much trouble here. I get incapped on that Temp Shield. The sack does come out. My healer is doing a great job keeping us alive even this long into the match. And we're kind of just trying to gain some momentum somewhere to make things happen. Still playing Glacial Spike and Splitting Ice in this match, and it's kind of the only time we get people low. The Demon Hunter is getting a little, about half HP here. He doesn't have Netherwalk and he doesn't have Trinket, so if we did get some type of CC on the Shaman, baited the Earth Shield onto the Druid, and then Hajj the Demon Hunter, we could do some type of kill setup there, but it's very unlikely. Shaman gets feared out, and we do get that Hajj, so this is pretty good. The problem is, the only kill target we have right now is the Demon Hunter, and their Resto Shaman knows that. So the Resto Shaman is keeping Earthshield on the only target that is able to die right now, which is the Demon Hunter, and he's just not going to swap it off. So even though we get that full fear, we get that full Hajj, the Demon Hunter's life is going up even though the Shaman's not healing him. And once again, that's why it's just so stale to play right now. What I have been enjoying, I've been playing a little bit of my Rogue, which I showed you guys actually a couple days ago, last week. And I've been loving playing my Rogue. I've been playing some Holy Priest, which I actually picked up last night, and I've been having a blast with that. So I'm just playing a bunch of alts and just having fun with it. Still playing a lot of Arena. I've been playing a lot of 2s, been playing a lot of RBGs, been playing some 3v3 as well, and I still do enjoy the game a lot. And I'm not saying I don't, and Legion has been phenomenal thus far, but this, I think, is my least favorite patch, so I'm really excited for 7.3 to come out, even though 7.2.5 kind of just came out, because these games are... The meta isn't the greatest right now, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys like this meta. Maybe you're a Boomkin and you're like, hell yeah, this is awesome, I'm invincible. Or maybe you're a Resto Shaman and you're like, finally, my class is good because Resto Shamans weren't the greatest last patch. Let me know what you guys think. I want to talk about what just happened there. I Temp Shield as my Priest life swapped. What that does is he takes my life from life swap, and since I temp shielded before he life swapped, the temp shield is actually going to top me back off. So pretty little cool trick there. I'm just going to hide over here in the corner, and then boom, back to full HP from that temp shield. Pretty nice there. But overall, guys, the Demon Hunter is going to have another trinket. This is Incarn. My Pally's pretty much we're not making much happen. Earthshield's always on the guy that's getting hit, and it's very, very hard to land any CC onto that Shaman. So it's just kind of like a game spiraling out of control, and my Shadow Priest does go down. So we're fighting these guys again, same matchup, different map this time, and what I wanted to do in this game was focus more on getting CC on the Shaman. I was trying to CC him a lot the previous game, but I was just getting stopped, and I think I was lagging a little bit the game before this. Every time I was CCing him, the Shaman would slide behind the pillar. I don't know if it was him lagging or me or both, whatever server issue, but I do get a little bit more CC this game, and it's definitely paying off. We're opening on the Shaman, and we get reverse magic from the Demon Hunter. Shaman leaps away, and we're kind of like, this Shaman's not going to die. If we're going to get a kill, it's probably going to be on the Boomkin or the Demon Hunter, depending on who doesn't have Earth Shield, with some type of CC onto the Shaman. Big damage onto the Havoc Demon Hunter with that Glacial Spike. Get another sheep on the Shaman. So I do want to point out that I've already gotten 2 sheeps this game, and whereas last game I think I only got 1 or 2 the whole match, and this game is only about 45 seconds in. So I'm doing a lot better job of getting the sheeps. We got that Hajj onto the Shaman, and with more CC, definitely comes a lot more pressure for us. So definitely a better map for me to get CC. Ruins is, a lot less line of sight. They can't just infinitely run around the pillar. So we got the full sheep into the half sheep into the quarter sheep into the Hajj into the fear into the silence. So that was incredible. That was like a 20-second CC chain, and both of their DPS are at half HP. And we're still not doing much. So I guess that's my point. We just got about 20 seconds of CC, and the DPS didn't have to trinket. I guess we didn't really put much CC, so they didn't have to trinket much. But they're both around half, kind of chilling. A lot of the times against other comps, if we got even half that much CC, we would have been forcing them to run behind the pillar, forcing them to play very defensive, forcing a lot of major defensive cooldowns out. And with all that CC, all in all, we didn't get much defensive cooldowns out of the way at all. So they still have trinkets. They still have, I think the Demon Hunter still has his Netherwalk. They still have walls, they still have skins, they still have a lot of cooldowns here. So the Druid, if we want to kill him, we're going to have to force his skin, we're going to have to force his trinket, and then we're going to have to CC the Shaman, and then maybe kill the Boomkin in a Hammer of Justice, which is possible, it's just very unlikely. We do force the Netherwalk out of the Demon Hunter there, which is very nice if we do want to force a kill on him. He is not going to have that immunity. Fast forwarding through this game a little bit, the Full Moon's trying to come out. I already used my counter spell, so that Full Moon is going to land. The Sacrifice comes out on my Shadow Priest, so he's going to be okay. The beautiful Cyclone by Snuz Orange on the Priest to Cyclone the immunity of the Sacrifice. Demon Hunter and Druid, though, still have the trinkets. There's 10 seconds left of Incarn, so we're kind of just hanging out until that Incarn's over, spamming Sheep on the Demon Hunter. Once that Incarn is over, we might want to do some type of push onto the Boomkin or the Havoc Demon Hunter. They both still have trinkets, so it doesn't really matter which one we do right now. I guess non-Earthshield is better, right? Because Earthshield just does so much healing right now. Hit that guy for about 1,000,000 Glacial Spike, trying to get some type of CC. Once we get a Fear, or a Sheep, or a Silence onto the Shaman, a Hajj onto someone, we can maybe force out a Trinket. Fast forwarding through the game a little bit more, my Shadow Priest is in trouble. The Boomkin gets very low. That Earthshield swapped, the Riptide swapped, and we do get that full Sheep. He does use Reverse Magic, so we got Reverse Magic out of the way. We got that full Silence onto the Shaman. My Shadow Priest is getting very low. No Dispersion and no Sacrifice available, but the Shadow Priest does get Cyclone low. Paladin gets incapped. The Life Swap does come out, and I use that same trick with Temporal Shield, the Temp Shield, the Life Swap, tempt myself back to full HP. Shaman gets feared and Hajj, so we're getting a little chain and Sheep. So in this game, we're getting a lot more CC, and that's really because the map is probably more favorable to us. They don't have a pillar to run around, and I think we're just doing a better job or playing better overall, getting that CC on the Shaman. So if you learn anything from these, the difference between these two games is really just landing the CC onto the Shaman and really, you know, picking a kill target, not hitting the Earth Shield, and, you know, getting big burst into there. The Boomkin trinkets the Fear, and I want you guys to keep an eye out for that. Since the Boomkin trinketed, and I don't think he has skin, I don't think the Boomkin has trinket or skin, so if we just get a Hajj onto the Boomkin, any CC onto the Shaman, the Sheep, maybe when Fear's back up in 18 seconds, or, you know, Silence Sheep, whatever, we can Hajj the Boomkin and get him very, very low. Silence comes out on to the Shaman, and the Hajj comes out onto the Boomkin, and I happen to get a Flurry proc. I have an Ice Lance proc on the way, so this might be the stars aligning. Druid has no trinket because he trinketed the Fear, has no skin, and he does go down, but they still have Link available. They don't get it off. So there was a pretty nice win. To be honest, we were losing most of that game. We probably shouldn't have won that game. And I guess what my whole point of this video is, even in a victory, it still doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel like, oh, we won and we can continue to win. It feels like they still have cooldowns and they only kind of won because the Druid might have trinketed when he didn't have to. And overall, they probably beat us 99% of the time, but we can get wins here and there if they mess up or if the stars align. So the point of this video, I am not the biggest fan of the meta right now. What do you guys think? Do you like this meta? Resto Shaman, Boomkin, Melee? Or do you not like this meta and kind of want to see it switch up a little bit? Talk to me in the comments below, guys. Hope you enjoyed the God Comp gameplay. Thumbs the video up if you did. Thumbs it down if you didn't. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.